and I had no clue he was coming out. So him coming out, having that moment, that's what did it. Like, I got the goosebumps when it happened. I felt it, like, you feel that, you know, that ugly cry emotion come over.
Yeah,
sure. I said it to him when I hugged him. I was like, you got me, you bastard. He did. He just got me.
Well, and you did a Triple H tribute yourself. Would you like to have that water, that spitting water segment back there a little bit? It just seemed like it.
So apparently you got to really fill your mouth with water. However, there's 6 photos circulating. One of them makes it look like I nailed it. So that's the only one I posted.
I know. I'm sitting there and I'm like, that was he tried. He tried so hard. It was a great attempt. I love it.
This is a special presentation for the Bleav in Pro Wrestling podcast. Here's Rick Ucchino on the Bleav Podcast Network.
What is going on, you guys? Rick Ucchino here, SB Nation, Bleav Podcast Network. You know my guest at this time. We actually have history with one another. It's amazing how things change over the course of a few years. The last time we talked in person, it was at backstage in Columbus, NXT Travel. I was just starting for a different outlet. You were still in NXT. You still look amazing. You still have a thing about not wearing sleeves, but it's amazing how things change over the course of a few years.
They just gave me a cut sleeve top at a community thing that we did yesterday. I was like, oh shoot, they know my style. Dude, if I don't have to wear sleeves for the rest of my life, I don't think I would.
Well, if I had arms like that, I would never wear sleeves either. So
you gotta put light on your strengths and hide your weaknesses. I'm really good in the ring. Same thing. I'm really good at that. I'm really good at showcasing my strengths and just hiding my weaknesses.
Yeah, there we go. It's very, very good. So again, a lot has changed now. No longer with NXT. You're now on Monday Night Raw. We will get there. But I was live at your swan song in NXT, Stand and Deliver. Great moment there. And we have seen, the NXT goodbyes before, and it just felt different with you because you're like one of those pillars of NXT. Did that moment, kind of live up to your expectations about how that would feel, or how was that whole process for you there?
So I'm pretty good at gauging expectations. So in that sense, I would say yes, because this isn't the same NXT. We're on 2.0 now. It's our first time traveling. You can't expect it to be New Orleans.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's just so I knew how to gauge that. I will say though, the surprise by Triple H at the end, that's what did it for me, because I kind of felt numb through the day. I was like, oh man, I don't know. I knew I'm moving on to a new chapter, but it just felt like just another day. And I had no clue he was coming out. Him coming out, having that moment, that's what did it. Like, I got the goosebumps when it happened. I felt it, like, you feel that, that ugly cry emotion come over.
Yeah,
sure. I said it to him when I hugged him. I was like, you got me, you bastard. He did. He just got me.
Well, and you did a Triple H tribute yourself. Would you like to have that water, that spitting water segment back there a little bit? It just seemed like it.
So apparently you got to really fill your mouth with water. However, there's 6 photos circulating. One of them makes it look like I nailed it. So that's the only one I posted.
I know. I'm sitting there and I'm like, that was he tried. He tried so hard. It was a great attempt. I love it.
It's funny. Right before I went out too, like legit, right before I went out, I was like, I never practiced this before. And I went to a curtain area and did it with the smallest amount of water. And I was like, it's easy. Okay.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah. I was gonna say that. How many times that people have done that in their living rooms?
I'm just not one of the people who did it in my shower. Like I should have. I should have been. Whatever. It's my own fault. Should have done my homework.
Well, now you're on Monday Night Raw. Totally different atmosphere, and maybe a bit of familiarity now because you're on Monday Night Raw, and now once again, you're here with Triple H again.
Yeah, it's familiarity, but it's different. So it's. For me, it's going to just be wait and see, and it's kind of been wait and see. I don't know, that's kind of my approach to everything. It's kind of just like, whatever you give me, I'm going to make the most of. I'll try to maximize minutes. I'll try to make the most of an opportunity. And now it's just a matter of seeing, what direction do they start to go in, and I don't know, and you don't know, and nobody knows.
Right, exactly.
I think in time, it's going to be cool to look back at this 20 years from now and be like, whoa, there was a shift. And no one knows what the shift is. I'm just excited I'm on the inside of the bubble for it, and I get to kind of be a part of it all.
Talk about making the most of the time that you were given. You cut a promo on Raw Talk recently, hyping up this, match at SummerSlam, Miz and Logan Paul. And boy, howdy, did you put Miz over in a big way. And I know there are a lot of people who look at this dynamic of Ciampa and Miz, and it's like, okay, that is oil and water, and this doesn't really mix with one another. But, you know, like you said in that promo, this is a guy who has accomplished a lot in his career, and it felt like you were shooting there a little bit.
There's a misconception. Well, not misconception. I don't know where the false narrative comes from, because I see it. I do, of course. We all see everything online. We all live there.
Which is a terrible place, but yes, continue.
Yeah, and it could be a good place too.
Yes,
and that's so. And I try that. I try really hard on my social accounts to keep it as a positive level. Anyways. The false narrative to me, though, is why would Ciampa and Miz have anything to do with one another? Well, we're two dudes who have overcome adversity. And this isn't like it'd be weird if it was Ciampa and Logan Paul. Because that's like, to me, that's like, hey, you didn't really pay your dues, homeboy. You didn't really go through the trenches. You didn't break your neck. You didn't have surgeries. You're not bumping on Friday night. You didn't go have the match in Tulsa. You didn't go. That's, to me, where the difference would lie. Why would I have an issue with Miz? The dude has overcome. Like, I know what it's like to overcome. Homeboy's been kicked out of a locker room. He's been the two-time Grand Slam champion. He was told he'd never make it after doing reality TV. Like, I respect it. That's not. I don't have to go play a character to recognize what he's accomplished. Like, I always joke, and it's the truth. He's my brother's favorite wrestler. I appreciate him, man. So to me, it's kind of like silly when I see the false narrative, like my Ciampa would have like Miz. It's like, well, you don't know your Ciampa then, because the dude's earned it. He's earned it. Like, he's a freaking main event superstar.
Two-time Grand Slam champion, main event WrestleMania. That doesn't happen on accident.
It doesn't, and you know, and it's. I asked him the other day. I said, "How long have you been with WWE?" He goes, 18 years. 16 or 8, whatever.
Yeah.
A lot of years.
Yeah.
A lot of freaking years. Yeah. Like, I've only been up doing the main roster thing for a few months. It's a grind. So he's grinded for a long time, man.
What has been the biggest adjustment for you going from NXT to the main roster? Because I know that was something that was talked about a lot. You had that one quote that was, dragged through the mud and this, that, and the other thing. So what's been the experience like on the main roster so far?
I love it. I absolutely love it. There's a freedom with your travel. In NXT, dude, being on a bus with all your buddies was the best too. But this is great. Like, I just get to hit gyms in different towns. I get different opponents. It's fresh. It's just a lot I love about it right now. And since I've come up, I've very much so understood what my role is on any given night. And whether you like your role or you don't like your role, you maximize your role. And I've happened to enjoy my role. Like, it's pretty direct. It's pretty simple to understand, and it's right in my wheelhouse. Go, be intense, be deliberate, be angry. It's stuff that I can relate to, so it's been fun.
I'm looking forward to more of it. Always love seeing you on my television screen, sir. Tommaso Ciampa, or
just Ciampa now.
Yeah, you know the man. You know who he is. Watch him, enjoy him. Thanks for guys. SB Nation, Bleav Podcast Network. Thank you guys so much.